Rope tornado. A rope tornado is narrow and stretched out, often looking like a long, twisting rope hanging from the storm cloud. It can form when a tornado is developing or when an existing tornado is beginning to weaken. As it changes strength, the shape can become thinner and more twisted. Despite its small appearance, a rope tornado can still produce dangerous winds and damage anything in its path. Cone tornado. A cone tornado is wider near the ground and gradually becomes narrower as it reaches toward the cloud, giving it a classic cone shape. These tornadoes are commonly seen during strong thunderstorms. Their size can change quickly as the storm develops. A small cone tornado may cause limited damage, while a powerful one can grow much wider and become extremely destructive. Wedge tornado. A wedge tornado is one of the largest-looking tornado types, appearing extremely wide and sometimes looking wider than the distance between the ground and the cloud base. Instead of looking like a narrow funnel, it can resemble a massive rotating wall of cloud and debris. Many of the strongest tornadoes recorded have had a wedge shape. Their large circulation can affect a wide area and cause severe damage. Stovepipe tornado. A stovepipe tornado gets its name from its almost straight-sided appearance. It can look like a large vertical pipe extending from the storm toward the ground. Unlike a cone tornado, its width may remain fairly similar from top to bottom. Stovepipe tornadoes can be powerful and may stay on the ground for a considerable distance, especially when the parent thunderstorm remains strong. Multiple vortex tornado. A multiple vortex tornado contains several smaller rotating areas inside one larger tornado circulation. These smaller vortices can rotate around the center and may become visible as separate funnels within the same storm. They can create extremely strong winds in narrow sections of the tornado. This is one reason damage from a multiple vortex tornado can be uneven, with one area heavily damaged while another nearby area experiences much less damage. Satellite tornado. A satellite tornado is a smaller, separate tornado that forms near a larger main tornado. It can appear to rotate around the larger tornado while maintaining its own circulation. Satellite tornadoes are relatively uncommon and can be difficult to identify while a large storm is already producing intense winds and debris. They can also change shape or disappear quickly as the storm evolves. Waterspout. A waterspout is a rotating column of air that forms over water or moves across a body of water. Some waterspouts develop from powerful thunderstorms and can be similar to tornadoes that occur over land. Others form in weaker weather conditions and are generally less powerful. Even so, a strong waterspout can be dangerous to boats and people near the water, especially if it moves toward the coast. Landspout. A landspout is a tornado that forms near the ground beneath a developing thunderstorm. It develops differently from the classic tornadoes associated with a strong rotating thunderstorm. Landspouts are often narrow and may have a dusty appearance because they can pick up soil and debris from the ground. They are usually weaker than the strongest tornadoes, but their winds can still damage structures and create dangerous conditions. Dust devil. A dust devil is a small, rapidly rotating column of air that usually forms on hot surfaces during sunny or mostly clear weather. Strong heating makes warm air rise, and under the right conditions, that rising air begins to rotate. Dust and dirt are pulled into the spinning column, making it visible. Dust devils can look like tiny tornadoes, but they are not true tornadoes because they are not produced by thunderstorms. Fire whirl. A fire whirl forms when intense heat from a large fire causes air to rise quickly and begin rotating. The spinning air can pull flames, smoke, ash, and burning debris upward, creating a rotating column that can look like a fiery tornado. Fire whirls are especially dangerous during large wildfires because they can suddenly become stronger and spread burning material into new areas. Unlike a normal tornado, the main source of energy comes from the extreme heat of the fire. Gustnado. A gustnado is a short-lived spinning column of air that forms along the strong, outward-moving winds produced by a thunderstorm. It can look like a small tornado, especially when it picks up dust and debris from the ground. However, it is not connected to the main rotating circulation of the thunderstorm in the same way a true tornado is. Gustnadoes are usually weaker and shorter-lived, but they can still produce strong enough winds to cause minor damage. Cold air funnel. A cold air funnel forms beneath certain showers or thunderstorms when unusually cold air is present above the ground. These funnels are often smaller and weaker than major tornadoes, but some can briefly reach the ground and produce damaging winds. They are more commonly seen in situations where the atmosphere has strong temperature differences over a short distance. Their unusual appearance can make them easy to notice, even when the surrounding weather does not look like a typical severe thunderstorm. Twin tornadoes. Twin tornadoes occur when two separate tornado circulations develop close to each other during the same storm. They may move together for a short time before separating or merging into a larger circulation. Seeing two tornadoes at once is rare, and distinguishing true twin tornadoes from multiple vortices inside one tornado can be difficult. When both remain separate, each can create its own path of damage.